Dear Diary, today I saw some animals in the river. However, they weren't animals, so I decided to kill them. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Were you going to throw your trident at them? And yes, I was. At one point, I do. It was going to be a mistake to be made. Today I ate 2 cake slices. I didn't know that this was a timer, still. So, this was a stupid idea for the future, but a good idea for the past me. Anyway, Diary, today I decided to go into the forest and kill some more animals. I needed more food, so this was probably a good idea. Although I did have 28 steak, I only had 3 cooked mutton, and this isn't good. I need lots of food if I want to survive. So, I'm going to do that. Hello, Mr. Brown Sheep. Goodbye, Mr. Brown Sheep. I know that was stupid of me, because brown sheeps are rare, but I need the food, and I don't care about the rarity of stuff. It's not like one day I lose this all. It started turning to night, but you know what? I decided I'm strong now. I can fight these guys. And yes, it's true, and I still can. But except for her. Anyway, Diary, the melons started growing, and yes, I tended those melons really good, and now it's paying off. They taste delicious. I love my melons. Dear Diary, you're probably wondering in this clip why I'm getting so happy. Well, the place I'm at now, I'm really starting to love it. And I wasn't sure about it at first, but it's really nice, and I'm finding all my old stuff. It's just a shame this world I couldn't find anymore. It's just sad to think that this place has gone forever. All this hard work. I was still cooking food at this time, but I was also exploring, and I saw a leather hat in the ocean. I found this very peculiar, but I took it anyway. Not that I needed it or anything, but just purely and solely for the fact that it looked nice. Maybe this was mine once. I can't quite seem to remember. In fact, all of this was technically a blur in my brain. But I'm trying to remember it all, and I am remembering most by thinking. All these dreams are coming together, and I'm writing these down in my diary, that all these things that I remember. I can do this. I'm going to make it through this, unless she comes back. Dear Diary, at the end of the day I decided, screw it, I'm gonna sleep, because that's what I need to do. It's a good thing you should sleep, because if not, then you'll get tired, and you don't want to get tired unless you have dreams of having your past. That's what happens when I go to sleep. This is how you're seeing this. These are my dreams, all clips leading up to my death. Well, at least near death. It's good that people can help me. It's good that I can make through this. Anyway, guys, look, there's pillagers. Look, Diary, I don't know if I'll be able to fight them all off, but if I can, I'll just think about my friends. As I killed one of them, I got this effect. I didn't know what it meant. But now I know, and it wasn't good. Of course, me not knowing, I was decided to explore, and that's exactly what I did on this day of this series. One of them dropped a crossbow, and one of them dropped a flag. I placed the flag to show that I was fearless, of course. It was stupid of me to place this flag. Now they knew who killed their master. That was me. It was a bold mistake of me putting that flag up. I decided to go venturing as well. That's what led to this. After going mining, I went back to the village. I went mining to get lots of coal so I could trade. It's a very good idea You know, lots of villagers trade for coal, and especially when you've got the hero award, you can get lots and lots of emeralds for coal. And the best thing about coal is it's really easy to get. All you just got to do is hop down a mine, and then you've got lots and lots of it. Of course, this guy here, I bought lots of axes from, or at least I think it was this one. It wasn't, and it never turned out to be. So all I had to do was look around for another weaponsmith. I looked and looked until suddenly I found someone. It still wasn't him. I looked in another house. Not him. Again. Another house. And I opened the door and... not him. I was starting to doubt if he was still alive or not. You know, lots of villagers died during that raid, but this guy, he was special. He didn't die. In fact, he survived, but he could have been killed by a zombie or something. I continued to look around. I found someone in the guy's house that died. I felt so bad for this guy. He didn't know he was sleeping in a dead man's bed. And a spider was at the door waiting to attack me. I realized that my friend could be dead. This could have been the end of my friend who fought with me. I found two guys and I thought, maybe it was true. I then found a baby. A small child had died, all because of me. Or maybe he was killed by the war. Maybe he died after the war. I was hoping that. I couldn't have the weight of a dead child on my shoulders. Could I? I found a farmer and I woke him up. I felt bad about this, but I needed to find the man. I needed to find the guy who had good trades, and I seem to have not found him yet. I was getting really worried until I found him. It was the biggest relief ever. You know, he traded an emerald for an enchanted sword, and the sword had fire on it. This is really good. And I kept the 4 iron, of course, of my friend that died during that war. It's sad to think that I would have been able to trade that way, but I wouldn't have. He fought with me in that war, and I wouldn't trade away his life like that. Anyway, diary, that's the end of today's journal entries. Oh, diary entries. Considering I'm not saying Jerry journal, I'm saying dear diary. Goodbye, diary.